Tank and Jake, they've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner, you know what I'm saying, but we have hiccups in life. That's what I call it, hiccups, but they lessons to learn from.
Y'all with me? And it was good for us, to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head biggest James, I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories.
Shock in the boxing world. Amid rising legal troubles and a canceled fight, Calvin Ford has officially split from Gervonta Tank Davis after decades together. In an exclusive chat with a top boxing YouTube channel, Ford didn't hold back. He keeps ignoring advice and getting into trouble. There's no reason to stay when your fighter refuses to listen, he revealed.
What's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, when are we going to see him back?
He got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the courts, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know what I mean?
Fans saw this coming. Tank hasn't spoken yet, but many noticed Ford skipping Davis's training camp before the Lamont Roach fight. It seemed like patching a broken bond, just as Tank patched his career after dodging the Roach rematch. Ford said the split idea started when Tank suddenly announced retirement without warning. Back in January, Davis told Inside Boxing Live he needed therapy to be a better father.
Like come back and help too, you know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion, you know what I mean?
Inside Tank's mind, therapy scares me because it might kill my fire. I need to release everything, anger, frustration, so I can be done with fighting mentally, Davis admitted. I have 2 daughters, and I want to raise them humble and grounded.
Going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in you can get knocked out like that, so I'd rather take the knee than, you know, but I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know.
Truth hits hard. It's all about being authentic. Fake it, and it's wrong. Gervonta Davis soon entered a training camp without Ford, and even with the team trying to hide tensions, it was clear problems had been simmering since the year began.
What's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, when are we going to see him back?
He got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the courts, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know what I mean? I'm just there when they need.
The inevitable fallout, silent friction in Tank's corner, had been building quietly ever since the Lamont Roach fight.
I know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Drama unfolds. Tension escalated when Ford shifted focus to younger trainers. Fans knew Tank often underpaid his staff, though Ford publicly denied it, emphasizing a father-son bond. Eventually, Ford had enough and withdrew. The message? Ford wasn't happy, and Tank wasn't ready to accept it.
Tank, real talk. Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
Huh?
Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see.
What do you think about the guy yelling in the back?
Fight night sparks the rift. No explosive argument, but the bond was fraying. Tank ignored Calvin's guidance during the build-up, and that night, the tension became undeniable.
And he know when I go spend time with my piece, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't do. It was something that we normally.
Explosive corner clash. Tank felt Ford wasn't in a position to advise him, pointing out Ford's absence from camp. During a round, Tank snapped, "Calvin, calm down and listen to me." Shockwaves hit fans and the boxing community alike.
You guys calm down and listen to me.
Hey, come on now. He's trying to get it. There you go. There you go. That's what it is. There you go. Stay good. Stay focused. That was a good round. You got to turn up now. I want all 3 of these.
Fans react with fury. "I feel for Calvin. Tank is so disrespectful," wrote one. Another imagined themselves in Ford's position, praising his loyalty. Many condemned Tank as ungrateful, despite publicly calling Ford a father figure.
I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so, it's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
The cover-up. Before going public, the team claimed it was a temporary step back, keeping training intact. Reporters emphasized this wasn't a total breakup, nor permanent discord.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing.
Well, Matt.
Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a pup and you've raised him as
A silver lining. The distance allowed Ford and Davis to reflect. No, he checked in, made sure I'm okay. Seeing him train gives reassurance, Ford said, proving even apart. Their bond mattered.
for tonight.
I like to see Tank to do what he want to do. I said at the last press conference. Y'all got to understand, them guys been doing this since they were little. This might energize them again.
Oh yeah. In fact, he backstage right now talking about he want a rematch.
Mac, no, backstage, you want to go to the gym right now.
Hey, Tank, real talk. Will Calvin be with you on this fight? What you saying? Huh? Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see. What do you think about the guy yelling in the back? Is that kind of
Distance reveals the truth. Ford admitted the break helped both value their connection. Upon returning, he sensed Tank missed his guidance, just like comfort received from veteran coach Barry Hunter.
He will always be around, you know what I mean? So, that's Pops, like I said. So he'll always be there. Without me, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the
Corner remains strong. Calvin, Coach Barry, Coach Boogie, and Kenny will all be present, Hunter explained. While Ford and Kenny won't be in Tank's corner, fans were reassured it wasn't unprecedented. Davis has a history of corner changes, and Hunter emphasized Tank is still family.
New York? Like some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd?
like how was?
The two guys, like the bet, is all this stuff kind of added more?
I don't know. You know how people like
Just
I don't know,
talking.
the people that come with the clock. I mean,
Scorecards. Judge at the ringside. Eric Marlinski scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114 even.
Temporary shakeup or warning? Fans thought it was short-term, but Prime Video cameras caught Davis ignoring Ford's advice and screaming, "Listen to me!" Ford and Ellis are taking a stand against domestic abuse, distancing themselves from Tank after the latest accusations.
Dr. Tank Davis did something awful again, and no, it wasn't scheduling another fight with Jake Paul. He beat a woman. Again. And once again, I'm not talking about Jake Paul. If you know Tank Davis, you know he has a lot of run-ins with the law. But this is actually a civil suit over a certain criminal case that was dropped earlier.
Legal storm hits. A lawsuit filed October 30th by ex-girlfriend Courtney Relle alleges battery, kidnapping, false imprisonment, and emotional abuse. Relle claims Davis attacked her in a Miami club and parking lot on October 27th, with repeated abuse over 5 months. Threats and terror. On September 2nd, Davis allegedly threatened her for ignoring calls. On September 23rd, she claims he assaulted her publicly in a restaurant. Relle's lawsuit cites PTSD and a need for therapy. ESPN reports neither Davis nor MVP has commented, leaving fans in suspense.
While everyone is innocent until proven guilty, this looks really bad for him. While all the details aren't out, we know the details from the original case, which was basically a shut case with a lot of evidence that he did it. That, along with his prior incidents, innocent until proven guilty, but...
Fight plans at risk. Sports Illustrated's Chris Manx reported Jake Paul's team is seeking replacement opponents for November 14th. Davis's legal troubles clash with his mental health claims, creating chaos for the highly anticipated event. Exhibition match in jeopardy. Davis's domestic violence allegations threaten the Paul fight. Critics note Paul ignored red flags for money. Unlike usual events, no backup opponent appeared quickly, with Claressa Shields calling for accountability.
Like 6 times, people are gonna believe you did it the 7th. So why is this coming up again? Well, now we talk about Jake Paul. There were a lot of theories that the reason the original charges got dropped, despite it being pretty clear that he was gonna get convicted, was he convinced her to stop pressing charges so that he can actually schedule this Jake Paul fight.
My take on it. Oh, Lord have mercy. The way that he wrote this is just so crazy. He said, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give this woman a
Official postponement. MVP confirmed the November 14th Netflix fight is off. Nikisa Badarian said the fight will be rescheduled in 2025. Tank won't compete amid assault claims. Paul called Davis an actual walking human piece of garbage.
By the ring, for some reason he gets in trouble. You know, I'm not sure what he's going through, or if he is going through something. Man, we wish him, you know, all the best, and hopefully he gets back on a straight line. You know, we always wish that for fighters, because this is a tough sport. You know, that gets into your psyche.
Fight night sparks the rift. No explosive argument, but the bond was fraying. Tank ignored Calvin's guidance during the build-up, and that night, the tension became undeniable.
A platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish man...
Moral stance. Paul emphasized he wouldn't platform an abuser. My company champions women. I refuse to give him a stage. Gervonta Davis is a nightmare unprofessional, late, repeatedly accused. I apologize to my team and fighters impacted by this, he stated.
I think Tank Davis, yeah, he has his whole career ahead of him. I don't really know if he wanted this fight. I don't really know if he wanted an exhibition. I don't think that's in Tank's nature, you know? Yeah, it would have been a great payday. Yeah, it would have been a lot of exposure, but it does nothing to Tank's legacy. And I really do think that Tank cares.
Shields weighs in. Shields criticized Paul, noting fans knew Tank's history before the fight was scheduled. This isn't his first offense. Claiming surprise feels misleading, she said, adding moral complexity to the controversy.
The devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces swag and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one. As always, anyone, anytime, any place, Jake at Most Valuable Promotions. That was crazy.
Karma or strategy? Shields continued, calling Davis vile, surfaced only after allegations went public. She called it karma, but questioned why Paul chose him in the first place, adding another layer of drama around boxing's explosive star.
You have a contract with Golden Boy. It just doesn't happen that way. So, anyway, until next time, we'll see you Saturday with Virgil Ortiz. But again, Ryan Garcia's next fight will be announced by me, who he's fighting, and when he's fighting next.
Next steps. MVP is reviewing the facts for responsible action. Zone, you have a contract with Golden Boy. It doesn't work that way. Fans also await updates on Ryan Garcia, while Anthony Joshua emerges as a potential alternative. For non-stop boxing news and highlights, subscribe and hit notifications. Peace out!